Hey everybody, this is Andrine, a Jewish American priestess. I am actually a real person. I am coming to you today. I want to talk about the letter that it's affiliated with the month of Adar 1. We're almost over. This is Adar 1 Aleph, or Adar Rishon, the first Adar of the year. It's a leap month. We've talked about this before, but it occurs to balance out the solar and lunar years, to keep them in sync with the seasons and agricultural holidays. And I've seen suggested that there is a lost letter called Ghayin. While the scholarship around this letter is up for debate, there are some connections that fit. Ghayin is said to represent a twisted rope, or perhaps a skein of yarn, and playing with the connection of the oreget, the weaver, who is the Kohenet tradition priestess pathway of this month. It uses strands to connect and create beauty in the world. So like that skein of yarn or floss, the Ghayin is a twisted letter. I'll show you a skein that kind of represents it. It looks like this, sort of. It's shorter than this, the letter, but it's similar in this fashion. It's this twisted letter that's kind of wrapped around itself. It's used it's like a hairpin that's used to tuck unruly locks into a tidy French roll, or a skein of yarn, or something that's used to create a garment, embroidery floss, ready to embellish cloth with the design. Or maybe like a cotter pin that's securing important components in an engine or a machine. Or like DNA helices carrying a genetic code. It's like smoke rising to heaven. It's like hair tangled into dreadlocks. Gah means twisted in Hebrew, or rather in Yiddish. But it also means this Klingon delicacy that's live, writhing worms. Ghayin is a quantum entanglement, a weaving, not simply a direct connection, but wrapping together the twisted fates. In my dream, I had a dream a few weeks ago where I tried to draw the Ghayin, and I ended up writing an ampersand instead, which, to be fair, is exactly what it is. I apologized in the dream for my poor rendering and tried to explain it's like a figure eight with legs. A figure eight with legs, an infinity loop with legs, the infinite with legs. According to Merriam Webster dictionary, in early lists of the alphabet, Z was followed by the symbol ampersand, which was rendered ampersand per se, and meaning and ampersand by itself is the word and. Which over the years, the phrase which sounded spoken aloud was pronounced and per se and, which was shortened by English speakers to the word ampersand. I love this. The symbol ampersand behaves like a lost letter itself, like the Ghayin. And sometimes the second Adar is called Va-Adar and Adar. Ampersand Adar. And so Ghayin, whether its scholarship is linguistically accurate or not, seems appropriate for this leap month, inserted into the calendar like an ampersand, like an extra. And I love this, that we have this representation that's an ancient, perhaps mythological letter that exists within our history, within our mythology, that it can sit here and tie things together in a beautiful way in this month of Adar 1. Thank you for listening.